So, hey, this is I'm over here on the plane going back home, and I am sitting next to an awesome Israeli woman, and we just obviously got to talking about biblical matters and things like that, and I asked her, why is Israel so important? And I want to share a geographic perspective with you. So, sister, just tell me now again, just what you explained to me. Oh, we'll get back there. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, here we're back.
Oh, wait, first tell us how to say God bless you too in Israeli.
Elohim yishmor otcha.
Say it again.
Elohim yishmor otcha.
That's so beautiful.
The language called Hebrew.
That's Hebrew.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. This is awesome. All right, go ahead. Let's show me now.
Okay.
Teach us.
So, sorry.
That's okay.
Cut it off while you
Cut it off for a second.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the States, right? This is where I am. We are currently where the blue dots. And when you go in here, there is a combination of three lands. There will be Europe, Asia, and Africa down here.
Wow.
This sea called the Mediterranean Sea. So he has above him the Europe, below him the African, and on his side there is the Middle East that is part of Asia. So if we go through here, we can see the land of Israel. You can see it's written in here. It's very short, thin country.
That's your home right there, the blue dot.
The blue dot is the home. And while driving from one part of Israel to another, it's 4 hours. And from here to the other side will take you 1 hour.
Okay.
This green part is in Jerusalem. Here above is Nazareth. And here below you will find Bethlehem, which are all sacred for the Christian. And this little, you see this one? That's the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus walked on the water.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, in the old days, if you wanted to transform something, spices from India, meat or fruit from anywhere, from Asia to Africa to Europe or the other way around, you would have wanted to come, like if you buy something in Thailand or in India and you want to transfer it to Europe, you either go by foot and then you need to come to Israel because above you it's the old Russian area, which is very cold for you to travel, especially in the old days. So you want to come to Israel and go to the Mediterranean Sea and arrive to Europe. Or if you want it, you can go by the boat. And the original was to come in from a boat, like from Thailand to Europe, and cycle all of Africa. But
that would take too long, though, right?
That will take too long. But we here on this bay section, we do have a place to cross. And up until today, all of the ships that come in from Asia to Europe, going through this very, very tiny place. But you can cross the land in here. I'm zooming in, you can see that there is a way. It's called Suez.
So Israel has a passage for transportation all the way to, where is it? Where transport is this? What is this called right here? Where Rome
This is Europe.
So Europe.
Europe and Africa.
So instead of going around Africa.
Around in here.
Yeah. So that is so cool.
So now the land is important from two sides, because one of them is because it's in a very strategic place. This is why a lot of people fight over that piece of land. And the other thing that is important though, because throughout all history we have archaeological evidence that there were a lot of people, and it was so much history, and it's the most religious city, a country for both Muslim, Christian and Jew. So there's a lot of fighting about those everything over there. So it's like a conflict area. This is one of the reasons.
I'm looking at the map, and I'm looking at Egypt and all that stuff, and there's Iraq too. It is no wonder, if you look at it from the map, why so much artifacts.
We are surrounded by our enemies. The Jews are surrounded by their enemies all over the place.
But there's so much similar religions in all these other places, like Africa. They say that Jesus was black, and then you go to the Muslim country, and they have a different version of Jesus. But then you go to here, you can go back to where you were right there. That's perfect. Then you go to Israel, and then that's the version that we know Jesus from that perspective.
Yeah.
And so that is just so neat to see this from a geographic perspective. And I can see why.
That explains the whole argument.
Yeah,
right?
it
When
explains a lot.
Geographically, you understand the concept.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell me real quick. Oh, there's our seatbelts. So tell me real quick, what kind of beautiful things, because I know your culture is totally different. You were sharing some things with me, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So tell me, what kind of special, do you guys have, like, the Bible talks about a land of milk and honey. Do you guys have a special food that you guys like to eat over there a lot?
Well, our food is a lot of Mediterranean food. So you will find a lot of falafel and shawarma. You will find a lot of vegetables. Here, when I'm traveling to the States, I am struggling because in Israel, every meal will have salad, and every meal got a lot of vegetables.
Well, yeah.
And every meal, we have a pita bread. And nowadays, with the social media and the world is very small, so we eat anything from everywhere, right? So we have all of this influence about the cultures, but I think mostly very light Mediterranean food, a lot of cultural food, because the Jew were away from their land for 2,000 years, and they were, a lot of them were in Europe during the Holocaust, and there were a lot in Morocco and Iraq and in Africa. So everybody came after 2,000 years away from Israel with their own tradition and with their own food. So you will find a lot of mixed food between those cultural places.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for sharing that. That was awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you, sis. All right.